Yeah, baby, we're in order. Those not here, let's get crazy. Lainey, my girl, come on down and open us up with a word of prayer. I'm Steve, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wait. Bring the mic. Yeah.
Not her first time.
My name's Lainey, and I'm a sophomore at Liquor Coney Academy. And trying to think what else. I love Young Life. It's my favorite. I love hanging out with my friends, and I love the Lord.
All right.
Okay, we're going to pray now. Everybody bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, please be with the administrators today as they come together for this school board meeting. Lord, please help guide each and every individual in the room to make decisions that will best serve students, staff, and our community. May the outcomes of this meeting lead to success of all who are involved in our educational environment. All this we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. If you'll remain standing, let's do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And thanks for being here. Okay. So, Mr. Superintendent, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you. I will take it over, and we will move on to our first agenda item in just a minute. I want to take a point of privilege to welcome everybody here to the February meeting of the Greene County Board of Education. And lift up, if you didn't know, February is Black History Month. Were you aware of that? I hope that they were. But a little known fact that I want to lift up about Black History Month, and particularly about the history of African Americans in Greene County, is the story of Representative Abraham Colby. Anybody in the room know Abraham Colby? It's a shame. So Abraham Colby was a member of the original 33. The original 33 were the first 33 African American members of the Georgia General Assembly. They were elected to office in 1868 during Reconstruction. These men were among the first African American state legislators in the entire United States. Upon taking office, though, the Georgia Assembly conspired to expel African American legislators from the Assembly in September of 1868. The very next year, the Georgia Supreme Court ruled that African Americans had the right to hold office, and the expelled legislators were reinstated and took office in January of 1870. And one of those original 33 was our own Abraham Colby. The 33 are commemorated in a sculpture entitled "Expelled Because of Color" that stands on the grounds of the Georgia State Capitol today. That statue was installed in 1978. Here in Greene County, September 3rd is known as Representative Abraham Colby's official day. The City Council of Greensboro and the County Commissioners deemed it the official Abraham Colby Day beginning in 2022. Interesting fact about Representative Colby is he was a former slave who could neither read nor write, but he believed deeply in the power of education, and he ensured that his son did learn to read and write. When he took office in 1868, his son was there right next to him, reading and writing for him as he was doing the business of the legislature. His dedication to expanding education for blacks across the South led him to be one of the founders of the first colored school in 1865. Greene County Schools continues to be committed to continuing a focus on that power of education and the power of changing lives through education. This and many other stories of the accomplishments and contributions of African Americans are lifted up throughout this month in our schools. They've been doing daily work. If you're there in the morning with the announcements, and it all culminates at the end of the month with 3 celebrations at each one of the traditional schools. Greene County Elementary will have its celebration on Thursday, February 26th from 1 o'clock to 2:30, and the public is invited to attend. The middle school will be having its celebration on Friday, February 27th at 1 p.m. And the high school has a jam-packed day that morning. Friday the 27th, they will have alumni of 10 years ago, the 2016 Stories of Success will be there in the morning for a panel, and they will have their Black History Month celebration from 1:30 to 3:20 that afternoon. So I'm hopeful that everyone will have an opportunity to attend. And if you didn't know, Greene County has its own Black History Museum, and I would encourage y'all to check it out. You can find out some more about the story of Abraham Colby if you are so interested in doing so. So, just wanted to lift that up today before we get started. We have a lot of visitors that are going to be with us presenting to the board tonight. We do need to make a small adjustment to the agenda. Our friends from the School of Scholars, which is the program at the elementary school, some of them are here from out of town just to talk to us, so we want to be able to allow them to take a flight. So we're going to have them go first. But other than that, I would recommend that you approve the agenda as amended.
Do I have a motion?
I'd like to motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Second.
Any comments, questions? All in favor, raise your hand. Let it show it's 4-0, unanimous. Dr. Tucker is not going to be here this evening. He's out of town, and so
There we go. All right, we will move on then. Our School of Scholars friends, you guys are up. As they're coming up to the podium and getting their presentation up, as a reminder to the board and to the community, the School of Scholars is a program that the board invested in early in the fall, focused on really creating a positive normative culture for students who might need a little bit of additional support. We are very thankful to CESI, the organization that is running the School of Scholars, who moved very quickly to stand up a classroom for us. We met with them in the fall and they were ready to start in January, which is much faster than they usually work. They have been a fantastic addition, and so they're going to tell you a little bit about what they've been able to do in their first month or so here in Greene.
Good evening, Superintendent and board members. I'm Priscilla Jones, Assistant Principal of Greene County Elementary School, along with my counterpart, Dr. Chris Phillips. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce our outstanding staff, School of Scholars. So as you'll call your name, step, just maybe call a wave. First, we have Andrew Marshall, Regional Director. Julie Graff, Director of Support Services. Jeremy Molden, Teacher. Darius Knox, Director. Detta Edwards, Instructional Specialist. Kendra Johnson, Teacher. Kamisha Cooley, Behavior Specialist. We are thrilled to have them with us, and we are proud to welcome them to our school system. And at this time, they're going to present, and we'll let Dr. Booth.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Jones. We have enjoyed this partnership so much, and we are already seeing the benefits of having the CESI program in our building. We are very thankful to have these outstanding educators as part of our staff. If you can go to the next slide. Our goal at Greene County Elementary School is for our learning environments to be safe and for our students to be engaged in meaningful, rigorous, and joyful learning. For that to happen, the behavior of student, it is important that the behavior of our students make the environment conducive, okay? And so if you look at this graph we have here, these are our office referrals for each month by color, okay? So for the first, and an office referral, for those of you that might be unfamiliar, are what we consider in the building a major incident. So if there's a major incident, it disrupts learning for the student who is having the behavior, and it might disrupt the learning of other students in the classroom. And we wanted to minimize that. And so as you can see, in August and September, October, November, and December, those are the first 5 that you see there. For the first semester, we averaged about 75 incidences a day. And so there were 75 a month, not a day. Oh, heaven. Not a day. Not a day. About 75 a month. And so those were costing our students they're learning and they deserve better than that. And we do have some students who definitely needed more intensive behavior support. We all have different needs, and we wanted to make sure that we met those needs, and our partners here from the School of Scholars have definitely brought that support to our students. And we're already seeing so many benefits. So if you look at the orange column for January, you will see that we only had 40 referrals or 40 incidences in the month of January. And so that is a 53% decline from the first semester. And the students that are in the SESI program, School of Scholars program, they comprised 53% of the referrals that we had in the first semester. And so we are thrilled to have these wonderful folks working with our students within our building. It was really important for us that our students stay with us and be part of our school community. And so with having said all of that, I will pass it to Mr. Maxwell. There you go.
Well, thank you again. I just wanted to say thank you to the board for letting us and allowing us to work with the students at Greene County Elementary School. One of the things that was very different about this open, it was mid-year. And the only reason we had so much success and it was possible was because of the staff at Greene County Elementary. A lot of times when you open up a new school in mid-year, you come across a lot of different barriers, just getting the kids acclimated into the system, but it has been very easy, and I think that's has been a reason why we've been so successful because of Greene County Elementary School and the admin, and as well as the teachers and the service they've helped and the resources they have provided us. So I just want to say thank you. As of right now, we have roughly 26 students, we have 26 students, and our attendance there now is 96%, so the kids are coming, they seem happy, and they're learning. So I want to say thank you again to the board and to the elementary school, and thank you to my staff. And we're going to have Mr. Knox, the director, just give a couple pieces of data.
All right, good evening, y'all. Good evening, all. You go to the next slide. All right, I have the privilege of going over our operations and our normative culture. Our normative culture is basically our foundation on how we modify the students' behaviors through norms, through a small structured environment, and just being fair, firm, and consistent with the students. Our force field is how we rate our students every week. Every Friday they get rated. All right, it's broken up into 3 categories: strength, development, and opportunity. And those 3 categories consist of students that have good behavior, good attendance, good academics. All right, I tell all my students, you do what you have to do Monday through Thursday, and we got an incentive, what we call Fun Friday. All right, well, Mr. Maxwell gave me the privilege to go buy our students some PlayStations and some Nintendo Switches. So guess what? That's what they like to do. They like to have fun, right? So give them incentives to work towards. All right, our student government is basically a kid that has been in that strength category for 4 weeks. After that, they get a packet. And if they pass their test, they become one of the leaders on campus. They get extra incentives, like field trips. We have an ice cream party. If I go buy my staff lunch, guess what? They want Chick-fil-A. Guess who else get it? My Tigers. All right? So that's the great thing about showing good behavior and incentivizing our students. Our token economy is what we use every week. Like I mentioned, the Fun Fridays. It's big. We got what we call Tiger Bucks. If a kid raised their hand in the classroom, like, guess what? You did what you're supposed to do. Kids stay in their seat. You did what you're supposed to do. Give those quick incentives. And our alternatives to suspensions. We make sure, I don't like to suspend. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like if a kid is suspended, they're not really learning. All right. And a lot of them can't afford to be suspended by whatever going on at home. So we like to have them close to us. And my biggest thing is, if we don't suspend them, I take away their incentives. I take away a little recess time. I take away Fun Fridays. We take away them Tiger Bucks. But if you guys could see how important that force field mean to those kids every week, man, y'all, like they just come, oh, I got a green today. One kid today, he was like, man, mom, I got 2 greens in a row. Like, and that's how you know that the system is working. All right, so I'm very proud of my staff. I'm very proud of my students. My next slide is this kid, Jamiria Greene. She's one of our success stories. Transitioning to Greene County School of Scholars, it was a challenge for this student. Mom came in orientation, gave me the blues. And it was hard. She was like, no, I'm gonna homeschool my baby. I was like, just give me a chance with her. Just come talk to me. She finally gave me a chance. And me and her had this conversation. Right then, she was like, all right now, Mr. Knox, I'm gonna trust you. So I got the chance. First, she started off rocky, and then me and mom had another conference. After that second conference, she knew that we was solid and wasn't gonna bend or fold. The past several weeks, she have been in the strength column, amazing attitude, all smiles, and she's probably about to become one of our first Tigers. And just this, while we had the snow break, all right, we don't really give our students homework because they got to make it up on Fun Friday. But this kid went home on a snow break, came up with her own homework what she was struggling in class, and did it over the break and brought it to us and was like, hey, I know how to do it now. So we are very proud of Jamiria Greene, and that was one of our success stories.
Before you pass that,
Yes.
did I hear you say those 23 students now have a 96% attendance?
26. Yes, sir.
26 students.
96% attendance. Yes, sir.
So do you have any idea what it was before this started going on?
I don't.
I just know that attendance is just not
happy
been a
to get it
good
for
thing
you,
in
though.
a lot of places, and to
Yeah,
hear
absolutely.
numbers like this is crazy. But I think you said it was because they were having fun.
We always tell them if they have good behavior, we're gonna have fun. School could be good, it could be fun, or it could be boring. You might not like it, but one of the two. So they choose to have fun.
Y'all don't quit doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
All right.
Good evening. My name is Julia Graff. I'm here representing Support Services. And so usually when we start a program, we walk in and we try to meet everyone in the community and we try to get to know everyone in the schools and figure out how we are going to best serve the additional whole child beyond just academics and behavior. I have to say, when we walked in Greene County Elementary School, they had it all. They had it all for us. The students are already in specials. They've dedicated their gyms, their SEL curriculum. They have music. They have art. Phenomenal partnership. We have their teachers in our classroom today having discussions and how to work together and to facilitate even more groups with our students. So as we will continue in SESI fashion to bridge out into the community and make sure that we have a community partnership action plan where we can have resources and additional service-minded activities as well as engagement, because we want to teach our students not only what's in the community but how to give back. We'll also focus heavily on attendance that we just talked about through our truancy interventions, because we do believe that you have to be in school to Maslow before Bloom. And so with that, we focus heavily on our guardian communication. And so that bottom chart is just very simply how many times we call home. But guys, we don't call home only when there's a problem. We call home consistently for wins, for glows, for successes, for we tried hard, we didn't make it, but we're gonna try harder tomorrow. You know, can you praise your child? And so it's not just SESI and School of Scholars there, it's a whole child approach with the family being part of that team with us. And then finally, we also focus on our group work for SEL. So we're working with our students individually, small groups, in the classroom. We have behavior specialists. And again, like I said, Greene County has just embraced us and welcomed us and shared those resources. I mean, I'll tell them we're spoiled. But y'all really did take care of us when we got here today. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Odette Edwards, and I'm the Instructional Support Coordinator. So I'm going to give you an overview of the academic interventions that we've been using since we started, also a snapshot of grades from January, and then also highlight some of the community engagement and outreach that we have that complements the program and also bolsters the program. So when we started, one of the first things we did in the very first week was to take an extensive look at the performance of the students in their December diagnostic testing. After that, we also looked at the IEPs of the students who had those, and those were about 7 of our students who have IEPs currently. And since we have mixed level classes, we only have 2 classrooms, and so one classroom is K to 2nd, and the other classroom is 3rd to 5th. They're mixed classes, so the decision is how are we going to cater to the needs of students who are at different levels of performances and also different levels of maturity. So we took the decision to start at the midway point and then differentiate up or down. And amazingly, since we've started, the 3rd to the 5th grade class has been doing so well that we had to move to the 5th grade curriculum and then differentiate down because most of the students were performing exceedingly well. And so all our lessons are also aligned with district pacing guides. As was mentioned before, we had Jamiriel Greene. She was one of 3 students in the program that were recently honored at the AB honor roll ceremony that we had at the school. We had 2 other students who are in the 2nd grade, Christopher Freeman and Cohen Griffin. They were also honored at the AB honor roll celebration that we had. Now at the bottom we have some graphs there. These were just samples of assignments that we took. The 3rd to 5th class assignments from math. The first 2 assignments, you see there's a performance of 100% on those. The second assignment, 86%, but here's the thing, there was 100% completion. So all the students did their assignment, bottoming out at 86%. It was a similar result as well for ELA. When we skip over to the next bar graph with this K to 2nd class assignment averages, pretty similar, but here we have averages for math, that's in the 90s, and ELA around about similar. But in this classroom, we had 2 non-completions with multiple efforts to get them to do the work. So we're still doing our best. And we had 2 students who had a grade of 50% on one of those assignments. These are students that we will continue to work with to just get them to want to be enthusiastic about learning. They are doing better because currently, prior to coming into the program, they would not stay in the classroom for the entire day. So it's a win that at least we get them to be in there, and now we're working on getting them to complete all their assignments. So step by step, we've only had them for 1 month, but I'm pretty sure at the end of February we'll be making more strides with these 2 students that we just mentioned. On Monday, we started the Reading Buddy program with 2 of our students, Christopher Freeman and Cohen Griffin as well. The Black History Month celebrations have been in full swing. The first week, we had our Revolutionary Week, and this week we are celebrating our inventors. The final week, we will be looking at celebrities and HBCUs, and that will culminate on the 27th with a celebration that will start at 10 a.m. And you are all cordially invited to come and see them perform. They're excited to showcase what they have been learning. So I hope I get to see most of you there at that celebration. Thank you very much.
And these are a couple photos of our Tiger Pride. The first one we got Mr. Malden doing a Black History project, Miss Kendra Johnson, and kindergarten, 2nd grade class, painting with the kids and making a canvas. The 3rd photo is our student of the month, Cohen and Christopher. Zakadian and Christopher down here at the bottom, they were the student of the week. The 5th photo is they had a Black History Month project, and you can see all the kids were engaged. Everybody wanted to illustrate, draw, color. So it was a group effort in the classroom. And that's how we celebrate. We take photos, but this is a snapshot of what we have been doing throughout. And I showed the superintendent early when he came by the school, like, this is what they learning, this is how they learning. Showed him a couple videos of kids jumping around and clapping and laughing and just enjoying learning. So that's the important part. This is our February calendar. As you know, next week we out on winter break, but our Black History Month, we have HBCUs and celebrities, so we will dress up. Monday, the 23rd, we have Clark Atlanta University. Kids will dress up in red and black in their colors, and we'll teach them some. Hey, now we'll teach them some history about that college, and we'll do that all the way to Friday. And like Ms. Edwards said, we got a step show, we got presentations Friday, so you guys are more than welcome to come. And the last slide, listen, if you haven't, follow our Facebook, Greene County School of Scholars. Hit the barcode, check out our page, and see what we've been doing and what upcoming events that we have. And that's all I have. Thank y'all so much.
I want to thank the board for your investment in that. You can see that it's already developing successful students. It's going to continue to be successful. A reminder to the board as well that this is a continued space. We have partnership between Greene County Elementary School and LA, our schools, our middle schools, and our participants. It's a continued opportunity for us to provide resources across the United States. We are going to celebrate some more students. We have some students from Greene County High School here to share what they've been doing with CTI. You might recognize our district teacher, Greene Davis, who's leading
This is not about me though. Never is.
Good evening. My name is Jayvon Walker. This is Casey Davis, and we are the CTL students at Greene County High School. We just wanted to share some of the events that we did this school year. Before we get going with the slides, I would like to share that 8 CTL students participated in the Learner's Permit Prep course. I am excited to say that 6 students now have a learner's permit, including myself. This year we set up a table at the community trick-or-treat event where we played the beanbag toss and hand out candy to the kids. We handed out free lunches to the community with our father's kitchen and sold possession at the cruise and car show with the Greene County FFA alumni. We also volunteered at the downtown Greensboro tree lighting, helping vendors unload, drizzle and L, and help community members make s'mores. CTI students assisted with the Greene County Stocking Fund, helping them get organized and then being available to help carry the gifts during pickups. We have visited many colleges and universities this year. We went to Georgia Military College, South Georgia Tech, and CTI students participated in the counseling department store of UGA, Athens Tech, and Kennesaw State. We are also planning a tour to ABAC and North Georgia Tech. We participated in 2 college and career fairs, one at GMC and one in Augusta. CTI students also visited peer beauty forums and attended the Lake Oconee Builders Association tour. Lastly, tomorrow we will be touring the McLean Southeast in Athens, which is a distribution company.
CTI students have participated in many Georgia CTI events this school year. We attended the Fall Leadership Conference in Columbus, Emerging Leaders at FFA, FCCLA Camp in Covington, as well as GBRA Day at the fair. These experiences allow us to work on leadership and employability skills, as well as job experience activities. Our CTI chapter has been active in the community. We participated in homecoming parades and helped sell Greene County merch at Parent University. We also made a brief presentation at Reynolds Ladies Club and 100 Women Who Carolate Country Music. We enjoy working throughout the community and hope our efforts are beneficial. We plan the Whistle on One event this year where pre-K students can exhibit food passes for holiday activities. We are currently running a food drive to benefit the Greene County Food Pantry. If you would like to make a monetary or food donation, reach out to Ms. Davis. Lastly, CTI students joined the owner culture students to help build a habitat for humanity house. Thank you for allowing us to share with you some of the opportunities we had this year.
I'm gonna go down and take a picture with that. So as you can see, there are some great things happening across our schools. And part of the reason why we have great things happening across our schools is because of our next agenda point, which is an opportunity for us to recognize the folks who are sitting up here on the day as the ones who invest their time and expertise and guidance in helping us make the best decisions. Tonight I am proud to recognize the Greene County Board of Education for earning the Georgia School Board Association's Exemplary School Board Recognition for the 5th consecutive year. This is the highest level of recognition in GSBA Board Recognitions program and reflects this board's outstanding commitment to effective governance and student success. This achievement recognizes the board's dedication to best practices, including strategic planning, ongoing professional learning, ethical leadership, fiscal responsibility, and accountability. The board met a rigorous set of criteria focused on continuous improvement, strong governance processes, and alignment with statewide standards. This honor is a direct reflection of this board's leadership, their commitment to serving our students and community, and their focus on doing what is best for all of our schools. On behalf of our school district, our staff, and parents, I would like to congratulate each of you on this well-deserved recognition, and thank you for your continued dedication and service. There is an amazing trophy for you there in front of you. But because Dr. Tucker's not here, we're going to unveil the trophies at the next meeting so we can take a picture with everyone. But I do want everyone to please join me in a round of applause for our leaders. As an aside, having been in this seat now for almost 7.5 months, one of the things that I was told as I was pursuing the superintendency is the best part of being a superintendent is the board that hires you. The worst part, of course, is the board that fires you. And so I hope that you guys aren't that one. But it has been fantastic to work with a group of truly dedicated individuals. Each of you bring a set of expertise, inquisitiveness, and also knowledge to this that helps make us make really good decisions. And I appreciate the support that I've gotten personally from each one of you and also collectively as a board. So I just want to take that moment to say that as well. We do have one special recognition. One of our board members has lasted a really long time. Mr. Bayshore, we want to present you with your Year 8 service pin in recognition of your longstanding service to the board. You can give a speech if you want.
No.
All right. Our last information agenda item is our monthly financial report. CFO, financial report.
Okay, good evening, Superintendent Board members. I'll be presenting our January financials. We have collected 80.46% of our budgeted revenues, which is slightly less than the prior year percentage of 80.98. We're still coming in ahead budget across all of our line items with the exception of the other revenues, which is related to our interest income, and that's due to the significant decline in our interest rate. I think we're earning about 1% on our bank balances. So we're going to try to figure out maybe something we can do to increase our interest revenue. We did collect our forest land and railroad taxes this month, which is a one-time-a-year payment that we received, which both exceeded their budgeted amounts. We have spent 54.22% of our budgeted expenses, which is a little more than the previous year's percentage of 52.63. There are no significant changes from the previous month to discuss. We're about where we think we should be at this time of the year. So in total, our revenues are greater than expenditures by $13.1 million, leaving us with an ending fund balance of $29.8 million. And I know I touch on this every month, but it's just important to remember that our current robust fund balance isn't just a year-end surplus. It serves as our bridge. This balance sustains our operations through the end of this fiscal year and also carries us for the first several months of the next year. So with that, is there any questions?
Appreciate all you do.
When he started talking about the good things happening around the school, I thought maybe he was talking about me and was supposed to introduce me, but I guess not. Anyway, but thank y'all.
Our next agenda item is public comment, and we have no advanced public comment. So and then our consent agenda, the recommendation is to approve the consent agenda as printed.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Questions, comments? Seeing none, raise your right hand if you approve. Then it carries unanimous 4-0.
Thank you very much. With that, we will move to our action agenda item. We have 4 items for the board's consideration this evening. The first action agenda item is a recommendation to increase the classified staff salary cap from 25 years of service to 30 years of service. And Dr. Rhodes has prepared a presentation to give you some more information on the work that we've been doing around finding ways to honor the work of our classified staff. Dr. Rhodes.
Good evening, Mr. Superintendent, members of the board, Mr. Vice Chair. Thank you for the opportunity to speak before you to celebrate a wonderful group of people who really make sure that things happen for the district. Before I get into a really brief PowerPoint presentation, Ms. McClure has put together a video for us that I think tells the story of our classified staff a lot better than I can. So about a 2-minute video, and then I'll speak after. So just briefly, a little bit more about the folks that you just saw. A little short agenda for the presentation. There will be an overview of classified staff, but I think the video just did that for you. We'll look at our current salary schedule, the rationale for why we are requesting to raise the salary schedule cap, any financial implications, and then a little comparison to surrounding school districts. So once again, we just have the roles listed as you were able to see in the video. That includes our bus drivers, custodians, food service workers, paraprofessionals, the folks in our business and technology offices, maintenance techs, and our tech support who are here helping us drive this presentation tonight. So that's who they are. Our current salary schedule. So the existing salary schedule for classified staff increases with each year of service up to a maximum of 25 years. I think that's important to mention because we currently have some of our classified staff members who have been serving our district, custodian, bus drivers, and so forth for over 40 years or more. But the last time they got a step increase was at their 25th year because that's where the salary schedule is currently capped. So after 25 years of service, there are no further step increases. And just as an aside, obviously when there are particular opportunities, like if the governor offers a bonus or if you all are generous enough to increase the local salary or so forth, they have been able to benefit from those things, but honoring their service does not happen after year 25. And just for a little additional context, I kind of use the high end of the low end of the groups of folks that you just saw. A paraprofessional with 25 years of experience earns a yearly salary, base salary of $31,140. A food service cook with 25 years of experience earns a yearly salary of $17,491. And I just want to sit there just for a moment because that's a food service cook with 25 years as well as a food service cook with 35 or 40 years, right? So what we're talking about is raising the cap on that salary schedule. Next slide. We are requesting the increase in the salary schedule cap from 25 to 30 years, and here are some of the reasons why. We believe it will support employee morale. It'll encourage the long-term retention of our experienced staff. It'll enhance recruitment by demonstrating commitment to our employees, and also want to note that this really does impact a broad cross-section of staff, and you were able to see some of those folks in the video. The financial implications and employees affected. This year, if you were to approve this, we would be looking at about 30 staff members in this fiscal year who are affected by this change, costing the district about $45,000. And the reason that it is that amount is because we're making the change mid-year rather than a full fiscal year, right? So if it were a full year, it would be about $90,000. This increase does represent a permanent adjustment to the salary schedule. So moving forward, we would like to make sure that we continue to honor these staff members up to 30 years. Okay. And just a quick comparison to other Northeast Georgia recess school districts, you see all the counties listed there. The only county here that is actually lower than Greene County is Morgan County. You see where most folks have already started making steps to increase that salary cap increase up to at least 30 years. In most places you see a few unique places like Oglethorpe County where there's 32 years, but there's a little context regionally. In summary, increasing the salary schedule cap for classified staff honors the work of some of our most essential staff. And I don't just say this, we cannot do school without our operations folks. We just can't. So it would be great if we could honor them in this way. Increasing the salary schedule cap can have a positive effect on school culture and climate, and increasing the salary cap can also make the district more competitive in the hiring of classified staff. You saw what other districts are doing, and I actually had a conversation with Ms. Gwen Weaver just this week about someone she was really hoping to come to the school district who's already looking at other districts who are doing a little bit better than we are in the category of compensating our bus drivers. So, but that's just one example. And that is our report for the evening. Do you have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you go back to slide 3?
Sure.
Is that it? Maybe it's 4. That one.
Mm-hmm.
How So that base salary of 31,140, is that based on how many weeks?
That is a 10-month, 190-day, same as our teachers for paraprofessionals, yes.
Okay, and then what about?
The food service,
Uh-huh.
that is, I believe, 100 and, kids are here 180, so for our cooks, that's 184 days.
It's only about 6 days difference.
Mhm.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm just doing some math. That's, yeah.
Got it.
We shouldn't have a problem with this. What are you thinking?
Has it always been a 25-year?
As long as I can
Schedule.
remember in the district, it has been capped for classified folks at 25. I'm not sure exactly when that started. As an additional note, and there's not a state salary schedule for these staff, so that's up to each local district, right? But I will state also that on the certified staff, there's a cap of 21 years, right? And that's the state salary schedule. Districts can choose to do more, but the state salary schedule for certified folks, teachers, is capped at 21 right now.
How many employees did you say are over 30?
Affected by this, there's approximately 30 staff members right now. And I was looking at some of the numbers as far as how many, of all of our classified staff, how many of them are either at the 25-year mark or will be at it soon. It would be less than 5 additional staff members each year. So like next year, I think there would be another 3 staff in that category. All right, thank you.
Hearing no other questions, it is my recommendation that the board vote to increase the classified staff salary cap from 25 years of service to 30 years of service, effective immediately.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second. Any questions or comments?
Is this, keeps within budget?
Yeah, it's within budget for this year, absolutely.
Right.
I think, didn't you say something about annually it'd be about a $45,000 impact?
It'll be $45,000 this year, approximately $90,000 increase next year. So we'll have opportunities to make sure that's in the base budget, but we've worked hard to make some savings on some of our other expenditures around some curriculum tools and whatnot, so that we can begin to pass those savings on to our staff in different ways. This is the quickest and easiest way that we've been able to do that immediately. We're also examining a whole bunch of other ways that we can compensate our employees differently and competitively that we'll present to you as we get to the next budget season. So we are considering the teacher salary schedule, the certified salary schedule that Dr. Rhodes just indicated it does currently end at 21, looking to increase that as well for next year. We want to make sure that we do that in a fiscally responsible way. So trying to get done what we can now within our current budget and then plan accordingly for future budgets.
Great. All right. All in favor? Raise your hand. Let the record show 4-0. And next item.
Thank you. Our next item is to approve the purchase of and to surplus school buses. The recommendation is to approve the purchase of 3 Class D 84-passenger school buses and to surplus 3 school buses as outlined in the proposal. So this is the replacement, purchasing new to replace old. We are not going to do a full presentation, but in the documents that you have and also on assembly, you can see the buses that we'll be purchasing and what we'll have in them. One of the things, if you read it closely, that I'll lift up is one of the option packages that you can buy that we will be doing is Georgia weather climate appropriate, which is an interesting way of saying there's going to be some AC on the buses. So it's interesting the way they list the option once you go through there. So that's in there for if you want to look at it. But the recommendation is for the board to approve the expenditure of $570,204.09 from East Loss funds. And this will also take advantage of some of the funding the state provides for buses as well to get to the total amount that you see here.
So do I have a motion to approve the purchase of the surplus school buses as outlined?
So moved.
Okay, second?
I second the motion.
Questions, comments? Do I hear a hallelujah? All in favor, raise your hand. Passes 4-0. What's the matter?
We're good?
Okay.
Thank you. The next agenda item is for the board to approve, to declare items as surplus. As you know, we are bound by certain laws and regulations around how we can get rid of equipment that we are has no longer useful life for us in the district. The board needs to declare that it's surplus. So you can see from different renovations and some of the programmatic decisions that we've made in the past, there are a number of items that we will put on a surplus list. This allows us to sell those or donate them or distribute them as appropriate. Any funds that we get as proceeds from sales of these will go into the general fund. There are a number of items across the district that we've been working to kind of itemize. It was our hope to be able to bring one comprehensive list to you, but that's a lot of work, and so we're trying to clean out some spaces as we go. So you'll see some surplus items on our agendas probably for the next 6 months as we identify them, ensure that we don't need them any longer, and then begin to move them along. So this is the beginning of the items that we're surplusing, and so you see an array of kitchen equipment and other things on there. And so the recommendation is to declare the listed district items as surplus and authorize myself or my designee to dispose of the items in accordance with district policy and applicable state law.
All right. So, do I have a motion to approve and declare the items as surplus as stated by superintendent?
So moved.
Second.
Second motion.
Questions, comments?
Do we have, I didn't see anything in the documents as to what we expect to get.
Whatever we can. It has used, all of these items have lived their useful life, so it's not about recouping the cost, it's just about being able to get rid of them appropriately. And legally, absolutely.
Are they out at Union Point?
These items are in many different places. Some of them are Union Point, some of them are, there are some items we're gonna bring that are in a room back over here, there's some over there, maybe under your chair. I think they're all over the place.
Are you thinking about putting them in one spot and having them just
Our hope was to be able to organize an auction of sorts,
Yeah.
but we don't have enough stuff that people want that an auction makes sense, and so we're trying to just put it out with the items that we have accordingly.
Okay, thank you. Did we vote on this?
Not yet.
All right, all in favor? Raise your hand. Carries 4-0.
Our last action agenda item this evening, Ms. McClure is going to come up and just present to you really briefly. As you know, since I got here, we've been working through policy review and kind of slowly making sure that our policies are up to date and aligned with what the state guidance is and what our current practices are. And so this is the next policy that we have up for review. So Ms. McClure.
Good evening, Vice Chair, Superintendent, and members of the board. So this item tonight updates our charter school petition policy to ensure it is current and fully aligned with state requirements. Specifically, revisions remove locally established timelines that are no longer consistent with state rules and instead align the district's policy with the timelines newly established by the Georgia Office of Charter School Compliance and the State Board of Education. So these changes apply only to new startup charter school petitions, and they do not affect existing charter schools within the district. This ensures our procedures reflect current law, improve consistency, and keep the district in full compliance with state expectations.
So the recommendation is to put the policy out on the table for public comment and review for the next 3 days.
Do I have a motion? Second.
Second.
Questions?
Who made the changes?
So the changes are from some new laws that were passed that required us to update it. So it's some guidance from some new legislation that's come out. And we were notified of the need to make changes from GSBA. So they've been part of the policy review.
Anything else? All in favor? Raise your hand. 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any on-site public comment? We have none. So we do have a need to move to executive session for purposes of personnel, land, and leave. Action will be taken.
Do I have a motion to move into executive session where action will be taken?
Motion to move into executive session where action will be taken.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Just did it. Do I have a motion to come out of executive session and move into, some action?
So moved. Second.
All right. Mr. Superintendent.
Did you vote on coming out of executive session?
Thank you.
All right, fantastic.
We have four yeses.
Fantastic. My final recommendation of the evening is the recommendation to approve personnel items as discussed in executive session.
Do we have a recommendation?
They're tired.
I make a motion, we recommend, approve the recommendation of the superintendent.
There you go.
Second. Hopefully there's no discussion. How many are in favor? Raise your hand. All right.
All right, before we adjourn, I do just want to take a moment to acknowledge to the community that we recognize that there was hope that we would be naming the new football coach. The board has authorized me to extend an offer to the finalist candidate. We will announce who the candidate is once we've been able to finalize that offer with the candidate. We'll be hopeful to do that very soon. There is no other business before the board. If you would like to make a recommendation to adjourn.
Do I have to vote?
You have to vote on that too.
All in favor of ending the evening, get up and walk out of here.
I make a recommendation we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes. Sign this, you're gonna be talking about it for us.